Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with lesson number 9. Maps are companion. Students, we know that different shapes of land, which are formed due to differences in the height and the slope of land, is called landform. We have mountain, valleys, plateaus, plains, island, which are some examples of the landforms. So, for proper understanding of our environment, it is really necessary for us to study the physical or the natural setup of the land. Man has felt the need for making and using maps since ancient times. At that time, maps were mainly used in wars in working out strategies of defeating the enemy. So, taking that into account, the differences in their height, the slope, the shape, etc., various landforms can be shown on a map. So, there are different methods of showing landforms on a map. So, the different methods of showing the elevation, that means the height of the land, there are three methods. First is the contour line method, second is the layer tinting method, and third is the digital elevation model. Let us first see contour line method. This method is used to show the unevenness of the landform on a map. In this method, the height of the land is measured from the sea level. Points of same height are then identified. Their position is marked accurately on a map. Their locations, that means the points, are joined with a line. Lines joining the locations of same height on a map are called contour lines. So, when the distance between the contour line is less, as you can see in the picture here, the slope of the land is steep. But when the distance between the contour line is great, that time the slope is gentle. Okay, as you can see here in the picture. Let us see the next method, that is layer tinting method. In this method, it is completely based on contour line method. So what happens in this method is the spaces between the contour line are filled with different colors. So each colors, as you can see here in the picture, each color indicates a specific height of the land. For example, water bodies, okay, like sea, lake, are colored blue, whereas the adjoining land is colored dark green. Then the high land which is higher than that is colored light green, and then next to it is colored yellow, and then the mountains are colored a little darker, and it goes on like that. Here in the picture you can see it very clearly. So in this method, what happens? A color index is given. Here you can see in the left hand side corner, a color index is given along with the map. So by studying a color index, we come to know the difference in the color between the contour line, which represents the differences in physical setup of the land. Okay, and in this way, the physical setup of the land can be identified very easily. Let us see the next method, that is digital elevation model. In this method, the most it is the most modern method, okay, and which we use it currently. In this method, what happens is the information obtained from man-made satellites, which are in the space, is used to draw the maps. In the picture, you can see we get a kind of a 3D image here in this method. The difference in the height of landforms can be seen most clearly in the map that are drawn by using this method. Using computer, we can even find the height of each point of the digital map. So this helps us to understand the physical setup of a particular region. Physical maps are used in military operation, then in tourism, drawing out some mountains, routes, making regional development and plans. Okay, now we are going to learn about the Survey of India. Now, the Survey of India is the foremost map making institute in India. Okay, so they make map and they make it very accurately. That means make it so precise that there is no room for any mistake. It was established, this Survey of India, it was established in the year 1767. And this institute has made a large number of topographic maps of the Indian subcontinent on various scale by conducting field survey. These maps are known in the world for their accuracy. Like I told you, very correct they are, very precise they are. The institute headquarters are in Dehradun, that is in Uttarakhand. Okay, so the Survey of India, they make the map so precisely is for us. It is very beneficial when we are looking at a map or finding any route. Okay, so there are certain signs and symbols which are there on the map which helps us to identify a particular region or a particular place. Okay, so we are going to see two types, that is conventional sign and conventional symbol. First we are going to learn about conventional sign. Signs are used to show various things on a map as per convention. So many components are shown on a map, and if these components are shown on different maps in different way, it will be difficult for us to understand. That's why to understand, the standard signs and symbols are used to make a map easy to read. Okay, so these are in form of letters or geometrical shapes, for example lines, circle, triangle, dots, etc. So the signs that are used to show various things on a map are as per convention, and that's why they are called conventional sign. So these are in the form of letters, different kind of alphabets. Then geometrical shapes are used like line, circle, triangle, dot, etc. Let us see conventional symbols. Symbols are used to show various things on map as per convention. So that's why they are called conventional symbols. Okay, so conventional symbols are miniature drawings, small drawings of any object like a temple or a church, a mosque, any fort, etc. And the use of conventional signs and conventional symbols, it helps us readers who are reading the map to get the exact information about a particular component which is shown on the map. So these are few signs and symbols we can use on a map. Now let us identify the following signs and symbols and we will write them. We will write their name in the boxes. So on page number 42 in your textbook, you can see this picture. Take your pencil or a pen and you can just write what the signs and symbol stands for. First one is Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. Second is Doordarshan, toilet. Fourth one is hospital. Fifth one is school. Sixth one is Bal Bharati. Let us see the list of some symbols which are used by Survey of India while making the maps. So we have post office, harbour, lighthouse, port, burial ground, international boundary line, battlefield, railway, well, spring, triangulation mark, settlement, grass, contour line, lake, road, mine, reserve, forest. So you're going to practice all the signs and symbols since it's going to be asked in your oral exam.